This is the shark, and we're going to begin with the trunk/axial musculature. The first muscle is the myomeres, which are the dark muscles found on the top. And the next is, and its origin is the vertebral column, insertion, integument, and there was no homologous trait with the nectaris. The next muscle is the horizontal septum, which runs down the animal, and the following muscle is the myoseptum, which separate the myomeres. It's the lighter portions, and again, there's no homology with the nectaris. The next muscle is the epaxial muscle, which is this top section here, and its origin is the vertebral column, its insertion is the integument, and it is homologous to the dorsalis, trunci, and the nectaris. And the hypaxial muscles are these muscles, and its origin is the vertebral column, its insertion is the integument, and it's homologous to the rectus abdominis, external oblique, internal oblique, and transversus in the nectaris. The next muscle is the pectoral adductor or extensor. It's found on the underside of the shark, and it's this area here. And its origin is the scapular processes of pectoral girdle. Its insertion is the pterygiopores, and it is homologous to the triceps brachii, dorsalis, scapula, in the whole thing. This is the whole thing? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Procorcan umbrals, latissimus dorsi, foramen extensors, supracora, colderus, and the nectaris. That's a mouthful. Okay. And the pectoral adductors are located in the same area, and its origin is the coracoid bar pectoral girdle. Its insertion is the pterygophores, and similarly, it's homologous to the triceps brachii, dorsalis, scapulae. Oh, just kidding. It's homologous to the pectoralis, coracobrachialis, humeral, and brachialis forearm flexors. Okay. And the pelvic abductor or extensor, located at the bottom end of the animal here, and its origin is the iliac processes of pelvic girdle, insertion pterygiopores, and it's homologous to the severan limb adductor muscles. And the last muscle is the pelvic adductor flexor, located in the same area. Origin pubioscapic bar, insertion pterygophores, and it's homologous to the several hind limb adductors muscles. The triceps bronchi are located. The next section is the branchiomeric musculature, and the first one is the levator palato-quadrati, which is located in here, and its origin is the otic capsule, insertion palato-quadrate, and it's homologous to the adductor mandibulae anterior and exterior in the nectaris. The next muscle is the spiracularis, found also underneath in this area, and its origin is the otic capsule, insertion palato-quadrate, and it is also homologous to the adductor mandibulae anterior and exterior. The next muscle is the adductor mandibulae, also found in the general area in here, and its origin is the palato-quadrate, insertion Meckel's cartilage, also homologous to the adductor mandibulae anterior and exterior. And the next muscle is the preorbitalis, which is found under the eye, and its origin is the ventrochondrocranium, insertion Meckel's cartilage, and it is homologous to the adductor mandibulae anterior and exterior. The next muscle is the intermandibularis, which is found here. and its origin is Meckel's cartilage insertion mid-ventral raphe, and it is homologous to the intermandibularis in the nectaris. The next muscle is the levator hyomandibulae, which is found near the intermandibularis here, and its origin is the otic capsule insertion hyomandibular cartilage, and it is homologous to the intermandibularis of the nectaris. The next muscle is the interhyoideus, which is found on the underside of the animal. It's found in the center, right in here, and its origin is the ceratohyal insertion mid-ventral raphe, and is homologous to the depressor mandibular interhyoideus and sphincteral polyhocularis levatorus arcum in the nectaris. The next muscle is the coccularis, which is found
right here is the depressor mandibulae, which is
near the gills up here, and its origin is the fascia of epaxial muscles, insertion is scapular processes of pectoral girdle, and it is homologous to the coccularis and levatorus arcum. The next muscle is the dorsal constrictors, which are found right up here and more like up here underneath this flap of skin up here. And its origin is raphe, insertion raphe, and it is, there was no homologous trait between the two. The next muscle, or the last muscle in this section, is the ventral constrictors, which are found underneath the gills, right here. And its origin is raphe, insertion raphe, and again, there's no homologous trait. And the last section is the hypobranchial musculature. The first muscle in this section is the coricomandibularis, which is found right in the middle here, and its origin is the fascia of coracoraqual muscle, insertions Meckel's cartilage, and it's homologous to the geniohyoid in the nectaris. The second muscle is the common coracoquals, which is these right here, these muscles here, and its origin is the coracoid bar, insertion coracohyoid muscle, and it's homologous to the pectoris scapularis and rectoris cervicis in the nectaris. And the last muscle in the shark is the coracohyoid, which is found in here, and its origin is the coracoraqual muscle, insertion, the basiohyal, and it is homologous to the rectus cervicis in the nectaris.